Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And we are here talking about Since I Don't Have You on our episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. So we've talked a lot about Appetite, we've talked a lot about the Illusions records, but we haven't really talked about the Spaghetti Incident a whole lot, other than the whole True Story episode I did on the album. But let's talk about the most popular song off the album, Since I Don't Have You. So Since I Don't Have You was actually a cover song that Guns N' Roses did. It was originally recorded by a band called the Skyliners. It dates back to 1958. Now, this was one of the singles that was actually released by the band when the Spaghetti Incident came out, and the actual single included Estranged as well as Sweet Child of Mine, also available on a limited edition orange vinyl 7-inch cassette and a 3-track regular CD. Included the song Human Being and You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory, which were also from the Spaghetti Incident. Now, the song was released as a single by Guns N' Roses in May of 1994. It was actually recorded in May of 1993, and we'll get to the recording in a bit. But let's talk about the chart performance. So it did reasonably good. It charted as number 69 on the US Billboard Hot 100. It also charted in Australia, France, Ireland, New Zealand, Sweden, as well as the UK. Now, around the time the Spaghetti Incident came out, Guns N' Roses were doing some press for the album, and of course they talked a lot about the song. And one of the interviews they did was on Rockline, where Axl and Slash actually were both on the show. It was one of the few times that both band members were actually in the same room being interviewed. And here's what Slash had to say about the song.
All right, we're going to go to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Rock 100.5, The Cat is the station. William, you're on with Axl and Slash on Rockline. What's your question?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, doing all right.
Hi from Amy. I got to make this quick. Amy. How did you do the song? How did you come about to do the song Since I Don't Have You? I really like that one.
That's a good one. That song, for some reason,
The song just fit things at the time, and we had some time, so we went in and did it without having any clue of really what it was going to sound like musically, because it's a completely different string arrangement and everything in the original, and we went in and just had fun with it. Originally done by a group called the Skyliners out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1958. Here it is from Guns N' Roses.
Punk rock at its finest.
You're listening to Rockline on the Global Satellite Network. Nice little groove there towards the end of that, and voodoo. Yeah. Like, we don't know what or how that happened. Yeah.
There's a good story going behind that song, because I think that was one of the first songs that really started to turn this Spaghetti Incident thing into an actual album.
Really?
And we did it on off time on the road and recorded it in some, there's makeshift studio in Boston. Brought rental gear down there because all our gear was on the truck, and that was how badly we wanted to do it. We just pulled out whatever we had, and talking about Gilby's guitar, we used his practice guitar, and we used rented gear and this and that. We couldn't find a guitar store in
You're listening to Rockline on the Global Satellite Network.
Slash and
So in the same interview, for some reason, there's part of it that's cut off where Axl's talking about Since I Don't Have You. So here's what he actually said, and here's the transcript. So he said, when we started rehearsing Living in a Little Crap Hole on Off Sunset and Gardner, it was just a song for some reason I wanted to do and Slash wanted to do a long time ago, and we don't really know. We felt indicated. I don't know why I really like that song, I just did. And Matt Sorum talked a bit about the Boston recording sessions too in an interview. He said, we cut Since I Don't Have You in Boston on a day off. Drummer Matt Sorum tells Rolling Stone, Axl sent cassettes around and we went into a local studio and set up our own gear and cut the song. The crew was stuck somewhere, and I remember it being one of the best sessions. The engineer was a young guy in Boston. We called at the last minute and showed up. I'll never forget the look on his face. It was like, oh shit. Gilby Clarke has let it be known that he's not really a particular fan of the song in terms of what it represented of the band. And in an interview he did when he was still in the band in May of 1994, he was out promoting his solo record at Pawn Shop Guitars. He said, it's a terrible song. I don't like it. When we did the punk album, The Spaghetti Incident, we'd record stuff on days off. We did Since I Don't Have You in Boston in one day. I didn't think it was going to be on the record. I dug cutting the T-Rex song. That was cool. But I thought they were making a punk rock cover album, and then it turned into not a punk rock cover album, but it's not my choice. When people ask me about the song, I say, look, I didn't like it. In 2011, Gilby sort of changed his tune. He said, it's a good song, I just didn't think it fit with the original ideas of the songs that influenced the band. It didn't rock. And then a couple of years later, Gilby talked about the song in October of 2013 with Song Facts. He said, when we recorded Since I Don't Have You, I didn't know we were recording that song until I got into the studio. We jammed that song a couple of times at sound checks, and I was like, okay, well, if we're going to do it slow like that, my contribution is acoustic guitar. I'm all acoustics on it because I liked what Slash was doing, and I didn't want to get in the way of putting an electric guitar just for the sake of putting a rhythm guitar on it. I wanted to complement it. That's why a song like that I played acoustic, because I didn't want to mess around with the melody. Slash gave an interview to Guitar Player magazine in January of '94 where he said Axl wanted to do Black Leather and Since I Don't Have You, which he used to sing all the time. I played Gilby's Telly on Since I Don't Have You because I rented a Les Paul that was a piece of shit. Now, they also released a music video for the song Since I Don't Have You. It was actually the last music video to be released under the band name Guns N' Roses. And at the same time that they released the music video, Axl let it be known that Slash was working on some sort of project regarding a music video for the song Hair of the Dog, but then it never ended up seeing the light of day. So Since I Don't Have You was the only music video released from the Spaghetti Incident. So here's Axl and Slash talking about their music videos that they have planned for the Spaghetti Incident on Rockline.
90 Minutes tonight with Axl Rose and Slash from Guns N' Roses. Lots of phone calls. Let's go to Houston, Texas now. Actually, Katy, Texas. And Christine is listening to us in Houston at 101 KLOL. Christine, you're on with Guns N' Roses.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Hey. Not a whole lot. How's Texas?
Not a whole lot here either. I just wanted to let you guys know that you're my favorite band. And I just wanted to know, are you going to plan on making any videos off the Spaghetti Incident?
We're talking about it.
We're talking about Since I Don't Have You, and Slash is working on a project for Hair of the Dog, actually. I have no idea. But we'll look forward to it. Christine, thanks for the call.
So the music video for Since I Don't Have You has a couple notable points. One of them is that Gary Oldman he actually made an appearance in the actual music video. He plays a devil. And then we also have a Jennifer Driver, who was a girl that Axl was dating, in 1993, 94. We'll talk a little bit more about her in a bit, but let's talk about what Slash had to say about recording the music video in his book. So he said the record was released in November 93, and the single, which wasn't the best idea at all, was Since I Don't Have You. Though it was a stellar version of that song, we did a video for it too, and around that time I was partying a lot with Gary Oldman, and the day of my shoot I took him with me to the set. After November Rain and Estranged, I was fed up with the band's high concept videos, and this promised to be another one, all of them masterminded by Axl. I nearly walked off the set when I was told that I needed to stand in a pool of water and pose while playing my guitar for something like 15 takes. Gary was the one who intervened. "Oh no," he said, "it'll be fine, just hold on." He disappeared into the makeup and wardrobe room for quite a while, only to emerge in a completely authentic Victorian costume made it look like Marquis de Sade. He had quite a few props too, and he decided that he was going to row me in a boat across the River Styx as I played my solo in the pouring rain. By the time we got to shooting, he lost a costume and ended up playing this white-faced demon in tight black shorts. He almost did too good of a job. After that afternoon, I'm pretty sure that the next time I heard from him, Gary was in rehab. Now, the blonde that's actually in the video was Axl's girlfriend at the time, or a girl that he was dating at the time, named Jennifer Driver. And she had been known as a model. She'd done a bunch of modeling for Guess Jeans, and she had actually escorted Axl to the 1994 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony where Axl inducted Elton John. And this is actually one of the photos from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony. So this song was never performed live in its entirety. Guns N' Roses on a few occasions would actually perform little snippets of the song. Here's an example of them performing the song in 1993. So the first time that Guns N' Roses would perform at least a snippet of Since I Don't Have You was in 1992 at Gateshead in England, and then throughout 1993 during the Skin and Bones tour they would sometimes use it as an intro to Sweet Child of Mine. So Rolling Stone did a list of Guns N' Roses music videos ranked worst to best. So out of the 17 or so Guns N' Roses music videos that have been released, they actually ranked Since I Don't Have You as the 11th on that list, so it wasn't really that high on their list. They said the cover of the 1958 doo-wop song was the only video released from the Spaghetti Incident and the last video GNR made with McKagan and Slash. Also bizarrely starred a renowned actor Gary Oldman as a demonic figure, hair spiked up and skin painted red, tormenting Axl Rose laughing as he pushes the singer's car off a cliff. In 1993, Oldman also appeared in True Romance and Romeo's Bleeding. Rose got tortured, burned, and drowned in this video. The other band members just got lounged around on the beach while hot oiled-up models hung onto them and each other. The weirdest moment, they said, is when Rose is bound and gagged, looking peaceful and introspective. Now let's talk about where the song ranks on the best to worst Guns N' Roses song list. So Spin.com ranked it as the 16th best Guns N' Roses song out of 80 or so songs, while Medium.com ranked it a bit lower as number 24. So that does it for this episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. I hope you guys enjoyed our look back at Since I Don't Have You. Let me know how you guys like the song. Is it one of your favorite songs off the Spaghetti Incident, or is it one of your less favorite songs off the Spaghetti Incident? So comment down below and let me know, guys. And as always, make sure you subscribe for the latest Guns N' Roses news. And if you just love Guns N' Roses in general and want to see more videos just like this, hit the like button if you enjoyed the contents of this video. And be sure to support me on Patreon and Twitter and Facebook. Links to all my social media channels and Patreon are down below in the description box. Take care, guys, and have a good one.